So I'm a glutton for punishment, and this is a broken down 2005 Porsche Carrera S 911 997.1 generation. I never thought I'd own one of these this early in life, but here we are. Doesn't matter that it doesn't run. Thankfully, this was only 20 minutes down the road. A buddy of a buddy had this car, and we worked out a deal. This video is going to look at the current condition of the car, why I bought it, and what I'm going to do with it. If you want to skip to what I'm doing with it, that's at the end of the video. We're going to talk about its current condition up front, then clean this thing because it's absolutely disgusting. It's been sitting for over 2 years. But pleasant surprises after we clean it, it's in pretty good shape. For the deep OG subscribers, this is what I call a Club Dirty Fresh revival. I cannot believe I own this thing. Let's get into it.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and think about how much you would like another project when you have several other projects not finished? Well, that's me, and that's what this video is all about. Welcome everyone to Garage Topics. I've been doing this for 10 years now, which is crazy to think about. Just on the side, I'd like to devote more time to it, but if you're an OG subscriber, thanks a lot for watching this. This is a long time coming. I've got a whole separate video I'm gonna make about this, but 10 years ago, I was in a very different position. You can go look at those YouTube videos 10 years ago. I'm filming this on Thanksgiving, so I'm feeling pretty thankful about things, so thanks a lot for subscribing. And if you're new to this channel from watching this for the first time, consider subscribing. I've got a project vehicle problem. We've got the Bronco back here, got a G8 that I'm fixing up, we've got some Raptor stuff, tons of other vehicles. I'm a car nut. I love spending time in the garage, so if you consider subscribing, help me out. This 2005 Porsche, or Porsche for the pinky fellas, was not on my radar for 2025. So a buddy of mine owned this car here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I've known about it for a couple of months now, and I've kind of been pondering about buying it based on the circumstance and the story, which we'll get into later. But here it is. I ended up doing it. The thought of what I want to do to this car has been in my mind for a while. I just didn't know what car I would do it with, and surprisingly enough, I think this one may actually fit the bill. This is a 2005 Porsche 911 Carrera S. Before getting into this whole journey, I had no clue about these cars. I didn't know all the naming because I wasn't a pinky fellow.
So up until 1996, all 911 Porsches were air-cooled, meaning they had no radiator, no water going through the engine block. The last couple years of those generations was called the 993. Other than that, they're all 911s of some weird other nomenclature. I love these cars, but my Atlanta, are they expensive.
Then you have the 996, which is the first water-cooled car, meaning it has a radiator and coolant running through the engine. Those cars are starting to creep up in value, but technically the low end of the bottom of the market because they have those headlights which are hit or miss. I personally love those cars when they're wide body. Then you have the 997, which is this car, meaning it's got round headlights, a little bit more updated interior, which I much prefer. Then you've got 991s and 992s, and there's a bunch of different variations in there. This is not the base level of a Carrera. It's a Carrera S, which means it has a hopped up engine, a 3.8 liter. It's got bigger brakes and other things like that. This is Arctic Silver. This was not my first choice of color, but I've seen some photos. I'm coming around. What tipped me over the edge is this has a brown interior, which is not super common for this color combo. It's called Cocoa. It looks incredible. Major selling point of this car for me. However, this car has been sitting for 2 years, and it is disgusting. So you're probably thinking, why is this guy leaning on this fancy Porsche? It's because it's absolutely caked in mold and dirt. And so, although it may be a while before we get deep into this project, I wanted to cover this video, explain the story, how I got it, what's the story with it, what I want to do with it, and get it cleaned. We got to get this out of the garage. It doesn't run, so it's gonna just have to come out and with these biceps. So let's get it out of here. Door is coming up. At least it's a nice day out. We'll see if I can get the wheel to turn. We can. Nice. This might not be that bad. It has a manual parking brake, so that makes life a lot easier. I'm just worried I'm going to push it and it's going to go down onto the street. So, oh, this actually, why is this so easy to push? I guess because it only weighs, what, 3,200 pounds? That's easy. A little too easy. That's about as straight as I need it. I don't know if you can see this. Don't mind all the oil down there. That's fine. That's just some German schnitzel juice. Yeah, we're good. All right. Ghost ride the whip, get the wheel a little bit more straight, push just a little bit more. Whoop. Oh, all right. It probably would have been fine, but it would make pushing this back in a whole lot harder if it went further down. Cool. I've got, not gonna do a typical Porsche wash, you know. I'm just gonna use one bucket because it's disgusting. So all I'm trying to do is get the dirt off of it. I'm not trying to make it pristine. Probably needs a paint correction. So all I'm doing is getting dirt off. So I've got a hot water bucket. I've got the pressure washer, which I actually have hot water set up too. I don't run it fully hot. It's gonna get wet, let the grime break up. Then I'm gonna hose it with the foam cannon, get some of the, break it up even more, pressure wash it a ton before I put anything on it. So that's what we're doing. And who knows, like the pressure washer might just get rid of all this. We'll see. But that, kind of. A little bit. Man, yeah, it actually, I don't know if you can hear me, but it actually helped out a lot. So again, I'm just gonna get all these leaves out of here. Hopefully you can see how nasty that is here. So like, oh man. It's gonna be a lot less involved than I thought it would be. Man, if you can see that difference. Clean, dirty. I haven't even used soap yet. Holy cow, even just power washing this with some warm water completely changed the look of this car. And now, in the sunlight, I really like this silver. Never would have guessed that, but man, so we're gonna foam cannon it now, and I'm gonna just pressure wash it again. I really don't want to agitate the paint with anything. Honestly, it feels significantly cleaner and not all sandpapery. It might have just been all natural tree sap condensation on it versus like oily grime. Like it feels smooth to the touch now, which incredible. Very happy about this. So let's get it soaked up. In a few minutes, I'm gonna completely lose sunlight here because the sun's going down so quick. So this wheel is disgusting. We're gonna clean it first, and then I'm gonna do the soap and agitation on it. But still very happy how it looks so far. Get a little bit wet. And then like this brake dust all over here too, so. Wet. I've had this for a long time. Tire care, let it mess it up. And then normally I'm more careful with this stuff to not get it on the paint, but it's literally on the freaking paint, so. All right, so normally I let it sit for a while, but I'm gonna agitate the inside of it. Oh God. So these are gonna need to completely come off to actually clean the barrels of this, but yeah, that's not good. All right, let's at least get the face of the wheel black again. Now let's see what this looks like. Get that off of here first. Look at the black wheel. It looks a whole lot better now. So I'll do the other four and roll on. Lighting's not getting very good, but I've got the wheels cleaned off now. I'm gonna agitate the top and try to get this a little bit cleaner, then we'll shove it back in the garage. I might need some help pushing it in, but it's Porsche, pretty cool. So now that I'm out of breath and back in the garage, let's talk about what the heck's going on with this thing. I'm not touching this car until the G8 runs well, or the Holden, if you will. I've got some new headers there that's gonna fix that up. I've got a whole build video of that going from turbo to supercharger. That car needs to be running and good before I start getting into this. One less project. These engines, these 3.8s, are extremely expensive. Used, these things are $20,000 to $25,000 US by themselves. Just for the engine, and that's for a used one. You spend that much money and then you're worried that it's gonna blow up again. From what Matt, the guy that owned this, told me, he was just driving and all of a sudden it just, ooh, lost all power and completely blew up. We'll see how bad it blew up here in a separate video. There'll be a whole dedicated one, but I am not interested in putting another engine in here unless I'm gonna just sell it and fix it up and sell it, which I could do. I used to work for Holley. I've attended probably 10 LS Fests now at this point. Companies started coming out with LS swapped versions of these. I think they're really cool. I think they're neat. However, I'm not interested in that at this time. Maybe in the future. So other swaps, you've got Audi engine swaps that bolt up to these, but one swap that came to mind that's very interesting to me is putting a K series Honda engine in this with a turbo. So S2000 that I had back in the day, one of my favorite vehicles I've ever had, it was a little bit too small for me as far as eyesight, and it will never hold more than 2 people, and it was more of a motorcycle. This could be more of a Grand Tourer, but still have that soul of an engine, a super reliable engine in here. And then if you're thinking, well, how's it gonna run, right? It's gonna just be a race car? No. A guy named Nick, Tuning by Nick, makes a whole system for this car. If I go that route, he's gonna be the first person I call. He has a very similar car, color-wise, everything. Go check out his videos, Larry Chan, Speed Academy guys, featured his cars. Incredible attention to detail. The fact that you can put a K-series motor in here with a turbo, make 4 low to mid 4s to the wheel horsepower, low to mid 300 torque, with a stock engine, and have everything functioning perfectly in the car is something that's incredibly appealing. You basically have GT3 power on a Honda budget. Out of respect, I'm not gonna say how much I paid for this car, but it was incredibly cheap for as far as what I consider a value in these, especially since how the paint cleaned up. So I can sell the exhaust, I can sell maybe the cylinder heads on this thing. I believe I can sell a couple of parts off of this car and I would have a 4-digit vehicle, which is unheard of for one of these with 80,000 miles and how good a shape it is. So that's really exciting. A K-swap doing the whole Nick system is expensive, but once you get after that hurdle, like if you blow an engine up, $1,000, that's it, not $25,000. So that's the plan, that's the path I want to go on, but that's a big project. Thankfully I've got the lifts in here, which I'm super blessed for, but got other projects I need to finish first. So if you see this in the background, that's what's going on. I just wanted to get this video out there. The next video of this will be taking the engine out and looking at its condition. I don't know when that's going to be honest with you. If I sold the Bronco, it'd be sooner than later. Or if you guys want to have me start a Patreon, maybe I can do that. But just it'll be in the background, so if you see it, you see it. But purple car running, operating is the primary next task at hand. All right, so for now, I'm just gonna sit in my Porsche, pinkies up, and pretend like it's running. But looking forward to getting this done soon. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it if you subscribed. If you got a dog, make sure he stays healthy and warm. And if you haven't been to the doctor in the past year, please go. It saved my life by going to the doctor. Go check it out. Catch you guys later. Peace out.